Looking for something fun to watch? The KJ Today Show has you covered. We're bringing Hollywood to Indianapolis and positive vibes to our community. It's pop culture, people to know, and pets. Watch it happen live Wednesdays at 7 on YouTube or catch up on demand. Hello and welcome to the KJ Today Show.
Yay!
We are so excited to be here with you and so honored that you are spending some time with us. Our goal tonight is to bring you as much fun, as much joy, and as many laughs as we can. We cover that all with the positive vibes of pop culture, people to know, and pets. And boy, are we covering it all tonight, Johna.
All the things tonight, okay?
Powered by PopCon, the KJ Today Show is also on the PopCon network. And hello, professionals on LinkedIn.
I forgot we're on LinkedIn. Well, no, we look so professional.
For those of you who are maybe listening on Spotify or Apple or Google Podcasts, if you want to watch the show, we actually do this live. You can watch us on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com/KJ Today. And we invite you to comment, to share your KJ Crew number. If you don't have one yet, please sign up and be counted. KJ Crew with a K, kjcrew.com.
I'm glad you got that now.
Thank you. I know you always correct me. I say kjcrew.com and you hear Johna go with a K. Tonight's show is bringing you a little bit of the music side of things. I'm very excited because in a couple of weeks we'll have our first musical performance. Rich Hardesty is going to be here with us. But tonight we have got one of the most amazing women in rock, and a conversation with her. She was, I was nervous because I'm like, sometimes with musicians, you don't know what the vibe's going to be.
Right.
Oh my gosh. Amy Lee from Evanescence is just someone that you can just hang out with.
Oh yeah, no, she's super chill.
She is so cool. So that is coming up. Welcome to the Evanescence fans who are watching tonight. I saw we got a retweet from one of their fan accounts.
Nice.
So, welcome, new viewers. My name is KJ. I've been in Indianapolis for a gazillion years.
Okay.
I really have. At this point, I'm at the age where people are like, how old are you? And I'm like, can I just say when I was born? Because I don't want to do the math. But pop culture and pets are totally my thing. And I'm so excited tonight to have Amy on and then to welcome one of our most amazing local celebrities who really is sort of transcending local celebrity with all of the national work, DIXIE the Praying Dog.
Yay.
She has been in Amazon Prime's The Pack. She was in the Mayberry movies, and she has a role in an upcoming horror film.
Love that.
Thank you. Where she actually, he had to train her to catch a fake bloody arm. So her wonderful human, Brian Calvert, is going to join us along with DIXIE. We got a few things that we always want to get to before the show. Again, interact, comment, let us know where you're watching from. Just because we're here in Indianapolis doesn't mean that we don't want you checking in. If you're in Texas, if you're in California, you're in Arkansas, whatever, you're in England, whatever, join us, please. Let us know. Let us know where you are.
Please let us know if you're in Arkansas.
I don't know why that came out. Like, listen, there are people in Arkansas. Okay.
I mean, I know there's people in Arkansas, but like, Just saying. It's so random.
I don't know. Maybe it came up because, that conversation a few weeks ago with Gina Davis.
Oh, yeah.
That she was doing her film festival in her hometown in Arkansas. That has to be why.
It might be. That's probably why.
Because I don't know if I've ever even thought about Arkansas, honestly, other than when I had to know the capital in fourth grade, right? No offense to anyone from Arkansas. All the positive vibes to you. We're going to get you caught up on what's going on in pop culture. Oh my gosh. Hi, Ruddy in Spain. Yay. Are you kidding me? Like Spain, not Spain, Arkansas.
Is there a Spain, Arkansas?
I don't know. Okay. That's awesome. So glad to have you here with us. I have a topic that I want you to start answering because we're going to ask our guests tonight.
Hey, Grandpa Patches.
It's a very important topic. Ooh, the topic.
Ooh, the topic.
I need to know, do you or do, oh my gosh, Argentina. Hello, we're worldwide tonight. The Evanescence
is really building us up, man.
I need to know, and we ask this, I will tell you, this is a question that we ask of Amy Lee, and her answer will be the definitive answer. But I need to know, do you still use the word dude?
Yes.
I want you to comment, dude, yes, or no way, dude. One or the other. So we're going to keep
them
track
saying,
of that.
No way, dude. They're saying
I'm still
dude.
making them say dude.
Wow.
I know.
How dare you?
I know. So we will get that important answer from Amy Lee of Evanescence coming up. We'll find out what Dixie the Praying Dog has to say. I wonder if she can make a dude noise.
I don't even have anything.
Man,
fun.
If we can get Dixie the Praying Dog to say dude. Thank you, Sarah, for already checking in. Ryan, we got a lot of team dudes here.
See, look, Ryan also says bro, and I say bro so much all the time.
You do say bro.
I do say bro a lot. I've been trying not to, but it's very difficult.
Do you know, I tried for a little bit with it because you would go bruh, and so I tried to do that for a little bit. And it was like it came out of my mouth, and it was like, don't do that again.
See, like when I say bruh, I'm just like, bruh. Like, it's kind of like an exasperated, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this.
No, I tried it out on the cats. Like Johnny Storm was doing something, and I was like, bruh. Even he was like, what is that noise you made? Don't do that.
I can't.
All right. So please comment. Do you say dude? Comment yes, dude. Do you not say dude? Say no way, dude. Either way, we're getting a lot of dude in here tonight.
I can't.
Let's get to the pop culture, Johna.
Ooh,
we got a lot of things going on here. Now, I want you to know that when we do pop culture on the show, this is all the positive stuff coming out of pop culture. Occasionally, I'll be like, hey, Johna, what's like the trashy thing going on in pop culture?
But, I mean, if you want to know the trash, I could give you the trash.
Oh, just like a quick trash, Hang on. Pooh, pow, 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 pow. What's popping in pop culture with producer Johna, powered by PopCon and the Kind of Nerdy Girls. Pow, 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 pow.
I literally can't wait for Paul Miller's stuff to be fixed so I can get legit sound effects.
Paul Miller is our musical director. And I just saw a check-in on the dude topic. Ruddy says we say bro over here in Spain.
That's right, you do.
Okay. Right. But maybe you could start saying dude. Like you could start dude in Spain.
I can't.
Focus, Johna.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Come on, we're supposed to be doing pop. What's poppin' in pop culture? Oh, okay. I like that you're doing it with me.
Yes.
Pop.
We hang out too much. That's why.
We do.
So our trash news, let's get it out of the way.
Let's get it out of the way.
Leonardo DiCaprio, the second to third, fourth, fifth love of my life.
I love that you have so many loves of your life.
I know. I can't help it. They're just handsome men, okay?
All right, your love Leo.
My love Leo, who is 47 years old.
Okay.
Just broke up with his girlfriend, Camilla Marone, who is 25.
Oh, and how old are you?
I am 27.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Look, apparently he only dates girls until they're 25 and then he breaks up with them. That's the rumor I've heard. So
okay.
But Leo's back on the market, guys.
All right.
So there's a shot for all of us.
Thank you, Johna.
I do what I
What
can.
else is going on in pop culture? All positive from here.
All
on
the
out.
positive things. Okay, for all of my Harry Potter fans.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah.
Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy that is supposed to ship out next February is up for pre-order.
It is.
It is. You can go and pre-order it right now, but finish watching the show first and then go pre-order.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Look at that beautiful Harry Potter wall behind Johna.
I know, it's so beautiful.
It's so lovely. Yes.
Look, it's beautiful.
ConquestJournals.com.
Yes.
You can also decorate your house with this wonderful collage kit.
So beautiful.
Oh, yes.
For me, the person who's seen one Harry Potter movie, but that's
Johna, the only game that I've played in recent times was the Wizards Unite game. Do you remember when we had the party? Speaking of all of these wonderful people who are watching from all over the world, when Wizards Unite was a big thing on your phone, right? There were, just a handful of Wizard Unite parties around the world. And Indianapolis got to host one of them.
Oh my gosh.
And it was crazy. Like, we went to our local bar, O'Reilly's, and we're like, hang out with some Harry Potter fans from Indianapolis. We were the only people from, the United States. And literally it was so cool. It was Harry Potter fans from all over the world that were like, I spent all my money on all my vacations for the next 3 years to come to this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so honored.
That is intense.
Welcome to our little bar in Indianapolis.
Yes. If you love, food, go to O'Reilly's. It's very good. I love their food there.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Johna.
tasty.
Hey, Johna, what else is poppin'?
Hey, KJ. All the fun things coming to Disney Plus in September, which is tomorrow if you're watching right now. So we got Thor, Love and Thunder. Yay. I'm so excited for that. We've got Hocus Pocus 2.
I want to know, let me know in the comments how you felt about Thor, Love and Thunder, and if you're excited for Hocus Pocus 2.
If you say you liked Thor, Love and Thunder, I don't know if we can. The new, I don't know, what is it? It's not Lord of the Rings. Is it Lord of the Rings? What did you say it was? Andor? What's it for?
Oh my gosh, Johna, Andor is Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yes.
I was gonna guess that one next. That was my next guess, honestly.
So this is more backstory on one of the characters that was introduced to us in Rogue One.
How much backstory do we need on people?
Well, at this point with Disney Plus, all the backstory. Honestly, this was the one. I'm loving She-Hulk. I'm excited for everything Star Wars, Marvel, always. But I was like, are we doing the Star Wars? Are we doing Andor?
Yeah, why not? They might as well.
But you know what? I had some reservations about what they were going to do with Rogue One, and it is of this newer batch of Star Wars movies is my favorite one they've made.
Okay.
So maybe.
And then if you want to be scared, which I don't know if you might be scared, the animation didn't look that bad. The live action Pinocchio is coming out on Disney Plus.
It looks terrifying.
Yeah, I'm glad that it's coming out now when CGI is better than what it was. Because you imagine a live action in the early 2000s, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer type CGI effects.
Hey, easy on your Buffy slash.
I love Buffy, but I've been watching it on and off, so I see some of the CGI and I'm like,
they were doing the best they can with their little budget.
But could you imagine a live action Pinocchio in the early 2000s?
I still don't think I'm gonna do this live action Pinocchio. It looks creepy.
Well, whoever is playing Papa Geppetto looks just like the freaking cartoon. The mustache, the glasses, everything. He looks. I probably won't watch it, but if you're a Pinocchio fan, that's coming out next month.
Thank you.
I do what I can.
Also coming out, the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power. It's coming out in 2 days, Johna.
2 whole
days. Yes. And if you missed the show last week, maybe because you were, in Spain and didn't know we had a show, we had Dominic Monaghan, who was Merry from the Lord of the Rings, on the show last week. And I just put up on the YouTube channel the entire interview. So
the accent
we
alone.
played some clips last week. Now you get the whole thing, the glorious 12 minutes that we got to spend with Dominic Monaghan. You can get that on the YouTube channel now, along with the entire celebrity playlist, youtube.com/KJ Today. And one more thing, Johna.
Ooh,
we've got a movie coming to Netflix tomorrow that is right up your alley. Love in the Villa, which stars Tom Hopper from the Umbrella Academy.
Look at that face.
He was very excited. You'll hear my interview with him next week. Tom Hopper on the KJ Today show. He was very excited to do this type of movie, to kind of do the rom-com, the feel-good movie.
I can't wait.
He was a joy to talk to. We got to hear his British accent because on the Umbrella Academy, we don't get that.
You're right.
You get that in the movie that's coming out tomorrow on Netflix with Tom Hopper. And then next Wednesday night, join us again live here for the KJ Today show. We'll have Tom answering your questions.
Not only love interest is Cat Graham.
His love interest is Cat Graham.
That's be good.
I know. And if you watch the trailer, there's a scene where he is in bed and he's like surrounded by all the cats. And
I love it.
I specifically asked him about that scene, right? Because I'm like, okay, Tom, I know you want to talk like deep about this movie and how it's the feel-good movie everybody wants right now. But what was it like to work with all those cats?
You're so funny. I was just reading the synopsis on the movie and I was like, this sounds like a book that I read, but I'm definitely still going to watch it.
Yeah, and you can watch it tomorrow. So watch the movie tomorrow and then meet us back here on Wednesday nights. We are live. The KJ Today show on YouTube. Coming up, we have the wonderful DIXIE the Praying Dog. So exciting. We have the pet of the week coming up, which is a little kitten who just got a new home. Well, we've been doing a lot with the dogs. We had the Huskies last week with
we had cats the week before.
Rich Hardesty.
Are we just like
we're
going every other,
yeah, man.
Somebody submit a picture of your iguana or something.
I would love that.
I'm gonna have my sister submit a picture of her bearded dragon.
I would absolutely love that. Coming up next, we've got Amy Lee of Evanescence. So excited to share this conversation with you. Before we get to that, thank you very much to PopCon for powering the KJ Today show and bringing you the positive vibes of our wonderful local con. Our next PopCon game night is coming up Saturday, September 17th. It'll be in Plainfield this time. UCN Gaming, 5 to 8, a nice early night of gaming.
It's like they know that we're old.
Yes.
So they're like, let's get these old people out and then get them home to bed. I love it.
Yeah. Our gamers who organize it, this is all like board games, and you can show up and be super comfortable. So if it's, you're just looking at something to do that's social, you like gaming, these are really fun nights that we put on with PopCon. You can find out more about the next PopCon game night that's coming up on September 17th on the PopCon Facebook page.
I have a question.
Yes, John.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at the roadmap.
Yeah.
And you said you had a story about strawberry frosties.
Oh, we can get to that. Maybe we'll get to that.
And it was here on this show that we talked about it, not the kind
Did I ask Patches out on a strawberry frosty date last week on the KJ Today show?
Live on the KJ Today show. She asked Patches out on a date.
Okay. Well, we've got a bunch of people that are just like waiting
for Evanescence.
Yes. Waiting to get to Amy Lee. And then we've got all the DIXIE the Praying Dog fans who are sitting here waiting. And I see DIXIE in the green room right now. She's being a good doggy, waiting her turn.
Yes.
So we'll get to strawberry frosties.
Okay.
Will you make a note and remember at the end of the show?
Yes.
That we'll get to.
Before the credits, we should do strawberry frosties.
I'll give you a strawberry frosty follow-up.
Can't wait.
Thank you, Johna, for keeping to the roadmap.
I do what I can.
Much appreciated. So last week, Evanescence was here in Indianapolis at Ruoff Music Center. I was so bummed because it was on a Wednesday. So like, I love that we committed to be with you every Wednesday, but then sometimes it's like, oh no, that concert's on a Wednesday. So if you were at the show last week or you've seen this tour, because I know Evanescence is they're still on tour and they're live tonight. Please let us know in the comments what the tour was like, what the concert was like with Korn and Evanescence, because we didn't get to go. But next best thing, a conversation with Amy Lee.
Oh, yes.
And what I really loved about when I got a chance to talk to Amy, it hadn't been too long after she had made the news, because someone was really like kind of like pushing hard on the like, you know, women in rock thing and what's it different for you and you're a pioneer, and you know, and she really wanted to talk about like what it means without, you know, being the poster child so much. So this is Amy Lee just talking to you about what it is like to be one of the most amazing women, one of our time in rock.
I mean, it's a thing that, you know, Jen and I have talked about a lot. Jen's my guitar player. You know, we don't want to always be like, hey, I'm a woman blank. I'm the best woman guitar player. I'm the best female vocalist. We don't really want that. We just want to be the best, period. We just want to be awesome, like, and have it not be about the gender. But at the same time, we don't try to be as heavy or as dude-like as possible. We embrace our femininity. Like, that's part of the coolness about it. It's cool that we're in a time where that's become more and more acceptable, because I remember it feeling actually quite a bit more rebellious when I was starting out. To be a successful female in a rock band was strange enough at that time. And then on top of that, to not be screaming and doing everything I could to prove that I was just as heavy and, I don't know, could do everything just like a dude could. I wasn't trying to do that. I actually wanted to use my own voice. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm describing that very well.
No, it absolutely makes sense. I've got this big group of women. We do a podcast that's all about like nerdy stuff, like watching Star Wars and stuff like that. And I didn't set out to collect a bunch of girls to talk about that. It just happened. So, you know, I know what you mean. Like we're not trying to be like girl power and we don't want a guy on our podcast.
Totally. But yeah, there's just something special and cool that happens out of it. No statements necessary, but it's a statement in itself somehow, to show that, like, we like each other. It's not some weird, sexy catfight where everybody's in, like, some kind of a competition to the death because there can only be one. That's not what it's about at all. We need more of each other.
I love how cheery she is.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you listen to Evanescence music and then she's like, woo, like on the phone.
Right. Had a lot of energy. But I mean, I love that you were like, yeah, you know, I didn't start out to have this like all girl podcast with no guys. And we do actually have Patches on the podcast.
We do.
He's our token man.
We do.
But I mean, it's, you know, it is, you know, difficult to be a woman in this world, as we know.
Yeah.
So it is cool that, you know, women are coming together and it's like, yeah, we're going to be the best at whatever it is that we're going to do. And we don't want to be just the best woman, like she said, best woman guitar player. I want to be the best. And no gender necessary. And
I would say she is. I mean, when you think about the voices right now in rock, I mean, you know that the sound when an Evanescence song comes on, like, you know, the sound, you know, her voice, like it is such an amazing production. Like what they do
100%
is just amazing. So I was so happy, you know, like that we had the opportunity to really talk about that, because we do, like, we feel the same. And, you know, people hear like we have the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast, well, we have Patches on, and we have Kind of Nerdy Dudes Clay on, and, you know, I mean, we welcome everybody, and also hope that, you know, at some point we can just, I mean, I don't even know if we could be the best women doing a show. If we could just be the best at anything doing a show.
We are doing a show is what we're doing.
So this was a really fun topic that was trending when Amy and I were talking. And I would love to know what your answer is. I have a feeling that some of the Evanescence fans are just going to answer Amy Lee to this question. But the question to ponder, if you could have a champagne toast, just a quick toast, cheers to someone amazing, alive or in history, one person, you get to like, hey, what's up? Let's celebrate you. Let's have a toast to how amazing you are. Who would it be?
Chris Evans.
So if you were to go to a show, who would you like to see and have a champagne toast with beforehand?
Oh, man. So many people.
I'm sorry, Amy. You can only have champagne with one person.
Only have champagne with one person?
Or one man.
Be alive?
No, I guess no, we're just making this up. They don't even have to be alive.
Janis Joplin.
Ooh, yes.
That would be so incredible.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Perfect answer, right?
A+ answer.
From the woman who rocks. Now, if you've just joined us, our question of the night is, do you say dude? And is it still cool? Like, are we still saying dude? Dude, yes, or no way, dude?
I don't know about cool, but people definitely still say it.
I guess, should we, right?
Yeah.
Is there, like, if I'm saying dude to you,
Yeah.
Are you in your head being like, she's so not cool, she should be saying bruh?
No, because I literally say things like slap still, so it doesn't really make any difference. I'm an old person now, so I'm immediately uncool.
Listen, you say, I still say the word slap still. I never said the word slap. That never made it. That skipped me. That like, I was beyond trying to be cool.
And I still do stuff like this.
Oh,
like, this
yeah.
is so uncool. Like, who does that?
What? I do this.
I know I've been doing this a lot too. So like,
it's because you're hanging out with me.
I know.
We're like, dude, yes. All right, coolest woman in rock. Coolest person in rock. Let's do that. Amy
Okay.
Lee, coolest person in rock. Do you say dude? Whether or not you should still use the word dude. So let me get that out of the way. Amy Lee, do you still use the word dude?
I use it all the time, dude. All the time.
Dude, Evanescence is coming to Indianapolis.
I just can't help it. It just comes out.
What about your son? Would Jack be okay with the word dude, or would he roll his eyes if mommy said dude?
He definitely uses it too.
All right, there you go. From Amy Lee of Evanescence. Dude, yes.
Dude, yes.
Dude, yes.
Yes.
All right, we've got a very cool dude coming up on the show. Brian Calvert and his wonderful dog, Dixie the Praying Dog, is coming up. But before we get to them, I do want to let you know I'm so excited to share my friends at Indy Holistic Hub have gotten into podcasting.
Yay.
Yes. Indy Holistic Hub will be launching officially tomorrow the Think Holistic podcast.
I love it.
Yes. So really simple ways. Like, what I like about the Indy Holistic Hub is that, they meet you where you're at. So if you're like, I'm overwhelmed at the thought of what holistic is and how I would even begin, this is a show for you. This is a wonderful group of holistic professionals for you. So tomorrow night, 7:00, I was like, do not launch your show on Wednesdays.
Thursday.
You're here with me tonight. Tomorrow night, 7:00 on the Indy Holistic Facebook page. their very first episode will launch with life purpose coach Richard Brendan.
Ooh.
And I got a sneak peek, and it's pretty inspiring.
She said it's pretty good.
So it'll launch on Facebook, and just like this show, then you'll be able to find Think Holistic on Apple and Spotify and Google and all the podcast places.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm so excited. All right, so coming up, we have a very special fundraiser, and I know it's going to be weird for Brian to be on here talking about it because it is a fundraiser for Dixie. It's Shine for Dixie, and it's coming up on Saturday, 3 to 6 at the Bad Apple Saloon. And we're going to find out more about that as we welcome Brian Calvert and Dixie the Praying Dog to the show.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
Hey guys,
How you doing?
we're tired, but we're here.
Oh my gosh. There we go. There she is.
Oh, she's so pretty.
So she's got her little daisy in her fur.
Oh, I love
Oh, Dixie, you look
Aw.
great. So let's first off, Brian, let's talk a little bit about who Dixie is. Because I don't know if you noticed, but we've got all these Evanescence fans from all over the world that are watching right now. So it's like, let's introduce them to our amazing celebrity dog here, Dixie the Praying Dog.
Yeah, so Dixie is a blue tick coonhound. She's 6 years old, and she's a therapy dog. So I use her to take care of veterans and kids, whoever might need a little pick me up. Dixie's job is to make them smile. And we just travel around to different places and do different events, a lot of veterans events, a lot of kids events, and just make people smile. That's her job, and she's good at it.
Aw.
So how did, you and I, we always run into each other at events, and we have like quick conversations, and then we're back to our tables. So this is the first time we're really getting to just kind of like, let's take a moment and chit chat. How did you and Dixie end up on Amazon Prime's The Pack?
So I started a social media for Dixie, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, and just wanted to share the stuff that she does, and get a bigger audience, and that way people can know where we're going to be and they can come to our events and that kind of stuff. Well, some casting agency from Hollywood got hired by Amazon Prime to start casting for a new show, an adventure show involving your dog, and they'd seen Dixie's social media. So they reached out to me, and I thought it was a joke at first, so I didn't really respond right away. Send me another
And you're going to give me $1 million, whatever.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to talk to us. So I said, okay, well, we can talk. So we did a little phone call. And then the lady said, hey, can we, and speaking of the casting agent, come to find out, she looked very familiar when I finally got to meet her in Hollywood. So, well, let me back up real quick. So we got casted for the show. So we call, do a phone call. We do a Skype interview the next day. 2 weeks later, they fly me to LA without Dixie just to meet me and introduce me to the Amazon execs and the producers for the show. And they're kind of giving me a little gist of what's going on. They're like, hey, you're going to do some cool stuff with your dog. You're going to get to travel. But that's pretty much all they said. They just wanted to know my story and our story, how we started. I had the house fire in 2012, and I lost my dogs in it. I had 3 dogs that passed away in it. And then I was nearly killed in an accident really close to that. So I just wanted to do something positive out of that instead of sulking. I came up with this idea to get a coonhound puppy and train it to be a therapy dog to help people. And fast forward to 2019, we get the phone call from Hollywood wanting us to be in a TV show. So that's kind of how it all started. And like I said, I went out there. When I got out there, the casting agent, Lorraine Lewis, for you female rockers, you ought to know who Lorraine is.
Yes. Yes.
Singer for the band Vixen. And she was the original lead singer for Femme Fatale from the 80s band from the Sunset Strip days. And now she's the lead singer for Vixen. I think she's been in Vixen for, 8, 9, 10 years or something like that. So
Yeah.
just kind of cool how that happened, because we are big rock fans. Dixie and I are. So that was super cool. And we've stayed.
That is so cool. I love that that you're a true fan of rock when you're like, I know you from Vixen. Right?
Yeah, and I was out there to do these interviews, so it was real tight-lipped, a lot of security. They got me from the airport to the hotel. I couldn't talk to anybody. I couldn't tell anybody in the plane where I was at, what I was doing. And all I'm thinking was, this is my first time in LA. I've got to go to the Sunset Strip. I've got to see where my music started. But they're like, absolutely not. You are not leaving this hotel room. We don't want you talking to anybody. We don't anybody to know you're even here. So I went out there twice without being able to do anything and leave my hotel room. And finally, the third time they flew me out there, I was just there for the day to take a physical and take a psychiatric test. So all these competition reality shows, that's what they do. They want you to take the psychiatric test. They want to see if you're crazy, but not too crazy for TV. Because a little bit of crazy makes good TV. So,
I was gonna say I'm concerned on how lenient they are, because we've all seen these reality shows. There maybe are just some good test takers.
Yeah. So on that trip, when I was done with all my duties that day, I had, like I said, it was the same day, fly in and fly out, but I still had 8 hours before my flight left. They told me to go back to the airport and wait on my plane. I said, look, I'm not going to be in LA and go to the airport and wait for 8 hours when I'm this close to the Sunset Strip. They're like, okay, we'll tell you what, we'll make a deal. You can go to the Sunset Strip and do what you want, but if you miss your airplane, you have to pay for it out of your pocket. I'm like, so I Ubered my little butt all the way to the Sunset Strip, and I went to the Rainbow Room, and I sat at Lemmy Kilmeister's seat and had me 4 or 5 Heinekens and just took it all in. And the guy that runs the Sunset, or runs the Rainbow Room, and he owns the whiskey, he just had Magliere, I think is his last name, a real well-known guy. All the rock stars know him. So I just strike a conversation up with him and tell him, hey, I'm out here auditioning for a TV show. You know, it's kind of with my dog. I didn't give him too much info, so I didn't want to get in trouble.
Right.
He gave
Is
me
anybody from Amazon here?
It doesn't matter now. They don't care. It's all good now. So this Mr. McAleer gave me a tour of the Rainbow Room. I mean, he was telling me things. You know, you got to think who hung out there. You know, the Beatles hung out in there. You know, Alice Cooper. You know, all these famous musicians, and I'm like in heaven hearing all his stories. And he said, look, if you ever come back with Dixie, I want you to come to the Rainbow and bring Dixie with you. So I'm supposed to be going back in November to film another movie with Dixie. So
oh my gosh.
Dixie.
If he lets you do video, which I hope he would, like, we would love to see your tour of the Rainbow Room with Dixie and this like historical musical place. That would be awesome.
It's going to be amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to get back out there. We're supposed to go in November to film a sequel to The Mayberry Man. So I'm going to take a little extra 2 or 3 days while I'm out there just to sightsee and catch up with some of my friends that were on the pack with me that live out there. So that's the plan as of now, but it is Hollywood, people, so it could change.
Yeah.
They before we're supposed to leave. You never know. So that's just how they are.
Well, I want to play a little bit of this promo. I don't know how much I can play without, you know, getting in trouble for music, but I wanted to show everybody, like, I mean, you and Dixie are pretty well connected in the rock world.
Hey, this is Jesse James Dupree from Jackal and Jesse James Bourbon, reminding you that the Bad Apple Saloon on September the 3rd got a shine for Dixie. That's right. It's a chance for you to get out and help Dixie the Praying Dog to raise some money to complete the Dixie the Praying Dog Jeep. You don't want to miss it. Gonna be a good time at the Bad Apple Saloon. Get out there September the 3rd. Dixie, we love you. Pow!
I love it. So I want to talk about this, and I know it's weird. I've been in this position like you have before, Brian, where other people are doing a fundraiser for you and you're like, you know, it feels weird, right? And so I want to be able to talk about it. You and Dixie, so much of what you do is volunteer. You're giving your time, and Dixie, and you put in long hours doing this. And I know we've got an honor flight that's coming up in a couple of weeks that you and Dixie will be there to do the homecoming. You just give so much to the community that the fact that you have got someone now who is organizing this fundraiser so that you and Dixie can stay on the road. I mean, you can't do what you do without a reliable vehicle. And this Jeep is going to be really important to you, right?
Yeah, super important. You know, I've had this, my Jeep's a 2007 4-door Wrangler. It's it's a dedication to veterans and a dedication to Dixie. So everywhere we go, people know who we are. You know, we drive in parades and all that kind of stuff. But it is an '07, so it's getting up there. And we were approached by the gentleman that owns Nick Off-Road Customs. He does custom Jeep builds, and he's a veteran. It's a veteran-owned company. And he's like, look, what can we do to help you stay on the road? We want you to make sure that you and Dixie stay out on the road. So him and his partner PJ came up. His marketing lady came up with this idea to have like a car show, but Dixie doesn't just revolve around car people. I mean, we're friends in the motorcycle community, the Jeep community, the cars. We do a lot of car shows. We just show up because she drives her little mini Jeep too. You know, it looks like her.
Oh, it's so cute. It's so great.
We want everybody that has a vehicle of some sort, even bicycles, you know, and even the little Power Wheels the kids can bring. So we got all these categories. It's $15 to enter. There's a plaque with Dixie's picture on it for all the winners for each class. There's going to be a kids coloring contest. There's going to be a photo session with Dixie. She's going to be giving out autographs. I've got a thing where she can actually put ink on a picture. Just so many cool things. And, you know, I didn't do what we're doing for us. I did it to help other people. But it's to the point now with this Jeep and my job situation. I took a pay cut for the job I'm doing, so I have more time to do what I do with Dixie. And this gentleman from Nick Off-Road, he's seen that. And he just wants to help us. And we've got all these other great people behind it, you know, that want to help also. And Jesse James from Jackal was kind enough to do a video for us, which is huge. And he sent me an
How do you know him?
He does a lot with veterans when he comes to Indy. And his wife is from Avon.
Oh, so, are you serious?
Yes, his wife is from Avon. And the lady that handles his Jesse James Bourbon, handles all his marketing and promotion stuff for that. Her name is Nikki. She lives in Martinsville. So,
oh my gosh,
we just run across her at some point, and I went and met Jesse at Harley Davidson on the south side of Indy. We're friends with the owners of Indy South also. They're helping us out with our event also. And Jesse does an appearance there every Friday after Thanksgiving. He plays at 8 Second Saloon. So before that, he does an appearance at Indy South Side Harley Davidson.
Okay.
So I took Dixie up there the first year to meet him, and of course, they fell in love with each other, and Jesse takes care of veterans. So does Dixie. So ever since then, they come to town. We do a meet and greet with him. Dixie will go to the show. She'll sit on the stage. Last year, she even drove her little mini Jeep on stage with him.
Oh my gosh. We got it, Johna. We got to go to this. It'll be the night before Thanksgiving.
You know, he does so much for veterans also. He owns the Full Throttle Saloon in Sturgis, you know, and they have their own TV show that was based around that. So Jackal was one of my favorite bands, you know, when I was in high school. I remember seeing them with Damn Yankees and Slaughter and at Market Square Arena. And now here we are. Jesse's doing a video for my dog, you know. It's just cool, you know, and to be able just to call him a friend, you know, it's just neat, you know. And Dixie, I love music, so it's cool that I have Dixie to do the things that we do with the kids and the veterans and all that kind of stuff. But a little perk for me, these musicians want to meet her. She's
a big deal.
Meet her, you know. So we were just at Aaron Jones and Blackstone Cherry played in Indy the other day. Aaron Jones is going to be the next. He just toured with the Rolling Stones, so I took Dixie down there to get a picture with him, and he's seen her and came up to her. And next thing I know, they're like, "Hey, do you want to stay for the show?" And they slap a backstage pass on Dixie when we watched the show from the stage.
I was wondering. I was like, did he take Dixie to the concert?
We just went to get some photos with Aaron if we could catch up with him. And next thing I know, we're staying for the show, sitting on the stage, watching two of the best up and coming bands. Well, Blackstone Cherry's been around for a little while, but Aaron is phenomenal. If you haven't got a chance to see Aaron yet or listen to his music, he just released a new song yesterday. So go check it out.
Awesome.
He's super, super amazing. And then back to the Vixen connection. The following night, Vixen and Autograph were playing at the fair, at the Indiana State Fair. And again, we had backstage passes, sat up on the stage, watched the show. And, you know, that's the little perks. That's the little perks that I get out of it. You know, I get to go see these folks. And
I love it.
You know, my heroes that my favorite musicians and stuff like that. So it's just super cool. But the main objective here is to help folks. And this event that they're doing for us, I really appreciate it. But man, I just feel, I don't know. I just, like you say, it's kind of hard to feel like the. I don't know. I just feel kind of guilty that somebody wants to help us out.
Not at all. Not at all, Brian. The event again is coming up on Saturday at the Bad Apple Saloon. And Brian, if anybody wants to donate to help out, is there, if they can't make the show, is there a way to donate online, or can you get that information to me maybe after the show on how we can help?
Yeah, right now we have some T-shirts that's got Dixie's picture on them for the event. You can go and buy those.
Okay.
You can pay a little extra to have them shipped to you also. If you
Okay, great.
Go to Dixie's Facebook page. It's Dixie the Praying Dog. And just scroll down a little bit. You'll see the order the T-shirt option on there.
Okay.
And it'll take you straight to the T-shirt folks site so they can handle that for you. But that's one way you can help. Come out to the event. I mean, this place, it's actually at the fire station across the Bad Apple. And we have a ton of auction items. Like I just got back from Allinger Jr.'s garage in Brownsburg. He signed a bunch of pictures for us.
That's fantastic.
Another charity event for Allinger Jr. this Friday in Brownsburg at Premier Arms, and it benefits his foundation. And his foundation is Wings and Wheels, and they help take care of up and coming race car drivers. And what better mentor than the legendary Allinger Jr., who now Dixie has another famous friend. So
I love it.
Pictures for us, and that'll be in the auction along with some Vixen autograph stuff, some autograph stuff from Jesse James.
Very cool. Very cool.
All the cool stuff.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for joining us on the show. And again, you can get all the information by following Dixie the Praying Dog on Facebook. We will have you back again soon, Brian, and we love you, Dixie. Thank you so much.
Tell him.
Good girl.
She's no Amy Lee, but she can sing pretty good.
Thank you so much, Brian. And that is Dixie the Praying Dog, and she lives right here. They're doing amazing work in the community, and she's quite a celebrity.
She is a very nice lady. Patricia posted the link for the t-shirts on Dixie's for Dixie to raise money. So if you go to the shoplilypad.com, you should be able to find it.
Fantastic. And if you are looking for some live music, we've been talking about music a lot. We're going to have
God, so much music.
Listen, when someone comes on and they're like Vixen and Jackal, and I'm like, yeah, we're going to talk all night.
Yeah.
You and me are friends.
And I'm like, KJ, look, Patches, I'm like, wrap it up. And Patches.
I'm like, no, I want to talk more about Jackal and Vixen and all the cool rock people that Dixie and Brian get to meet.
And then you got Patches going, Johna. I'm like, I know. But we love Dixie. She's so, I love Dixie, and we love Brian.
Yes,
they're so awesome.
Yes, we do. So please, if you can't go to that event or help out, get a t-shirt in any way. They're doing good stuff in the community. They're definitely one of our KJ crew, bringing the positive vibes to
100%.
the community. And we want to again just say thank you to PopCon for powering this. Thanks to everybody who's watching on the PopCon network. I do want to let you know, if you're not following PopCon on Facebook, get your butt to Facebook and follow them. We've got a big announcement coming soon. Some big stuff coming from PopCon.
I can't wait.
I don't want you to miss it. You'll hear it here. You'll see it here on the KJ Today show. But I'm so excited about it. I want you to find out about it as soon as we can tell you. As soon as we can.
Literally.
All right. So thank you to Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Yes.
Thank you to Brian and Dixie. It's that time in the show, Johna.
Oh, that means we're almost done.
Settle down. We got to get to the pet of the week here,
I just
girl.
be hungry. That's all it is.
I know.
Yes.
So following the show, What's Cooking with Patches and the Cats, you'll get to see the cats in the kitchen. And Patches in the kitchen, he's making breakfast tortillas tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love breakfast tortillas.
I know. Let's get to the pet of the week, and then we're going to bring producer Patches. He's got a special guest in Studio B with
Oh,
him.
yeah.
Yes. So part of the KJ Today show is to bring you positive vibes with pop culture, people to know, and pets. And our pet this week just went from being a foster to being in a forever home.
Oh, yay.
Meet Rainbow Linda Kitty Thomas.
What a name.
She'll go by Linda. She is
Linda.
Linda the kitty, and she was adopted from Redemption Rescue. Linda was found in southern Indiana alone and taken to a kill shelter. Redemption took her in, fostered her, and she's about 12 weeks old now, and she is home. Her description was she was the smallest kitten in the shelter, but louder than all of the rest. So Kira said they have been looking for just the right kitty to join their family. When she read the description, she knew Linda was for their family because their 4-year-old is also very small for her age, was a preemie, and is the loudest kid on the block.
Sobs. I'm sobbing over here. If you didn't hear me crying in the background, it was
How cute is she? Linda and Gracie have, as you can tell, quickly become best pals, and even their 14-year-old dog loves her. Look at that picture. Is that not the best reaction to getting a kitty ever? That's literally me every time we get a new cat.
Yeah, except you're not allowed to get any more new cats.
No,
so.
There is no room at the inn. Thank you very much for watching tonight. Thanks for staying with us for the Pet of the Week. We have got a little bit of time here to bring in our special guest in the in Studio B. Will you please welcome our Emmy award-winning producer Katie to the show. You know her as Gamer Katie on the Kind of Nerdy Girls. She is an amazing TV producer, and now you have the Emmy to prove it. Oh, you can't hear you. You guys muted yourselves. Way to produce.
that was producer Patch's fault.
Emmy award winning over here.
Oh man. Yeah, so congratulations on that. I gotta ask, you've been sitting here kind of watching behind the scenes. What do you think of the show?
It's a show.
She can't be mean to us on the show. She has to wait until
I
after.
can be mean to you on your own show. Yes, I
can. That is the quote. Okay, I look forward to your notes following up on.
You know, she's been down there just writing.
I have.
Look, I know it.
Well, Katie, you were supposed to be here last week when we had Dominic Monaghan on because you're like this huge Lord of the Rings fan, and Patches and Johna were all like, yeah. And I had nobody to support me last week.
Aww. Well, I'm a huge flake, so I decided to cancel last week, but here I am.
We appreciate it.
We were talking about the fact that like you and your husband are gamers,
right?
And I was like Eric, I've seen Eric like 5 times in all of the times we've known you, right? Like he's, it's fine. He loves gaming. That's what he does. But I was like, wait a second. He made plans for you? Like, you guys are leaving the house?
KJ was like, Eric made plans for them. I was like, he did what?
He did.
Yeah, we were like, huh?
I know. We're trying this new thing where we leave the house once a week to go do something.
Whoa.
Yeah,
so
I know. It's very,
you.
very groundbreaking.
So
how's that feel in your comfort zone?
I hate it. As you can see, I'm here, so this is my one thing for the week.
And you chose to spend it with us.
I know.
Aww.
You guys should feel honored.
We are.
I mean, it's not very often you get an Emmy Award winner gracing us with their presence in your own home, right?
We know a celebrity now, guys. We're important.
So last week on the show, I don't even know how this came up, but we started talking about the strawberry frosty.
It wasn't last. It was like a couple of weeks ago. But yeah.
Okay.
Why were we talking about that?
I have no idea. Why did we talk about
oh God, it could have been longer. I think it's when Wendy's announced that they had the strawberry frosty.
No, because this has been going on for you know what it was? It was when Johna and I did the KJ Today show tour.
We were on the road. Yes.
When we did the tour and we went to Grateful Fest in Muncie with Dixie the Praying Dog, and then we went to Rock the Cat Box with American Bombshell, and we stopped at Wendy's. And I didn't get the strawberry frosty because Patches and I have been talking all summer about how we need to go try this. And I was like, I'm not going to try it without Patches. That's rude.
Oh. So nice.
Okay. So
I love artificial strawberry flavor. I just do.
He doesn't really like strawberries.
The
fruit.
No, the fruit itself, no. Like even chunks of strawberry in a shake, I have a hard time with.
Really? I love strawberry like the fruit, but like if it's like strawberry like milk, I just like I can't.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Johna was telling me.
Yes,
she would.
I told them all about my strawberry trauma.
Yes.
She would like vomit if we were eating strawberry frosties in front of her. So
literally,
the other night we went to get. I like told Patches like we got to go on a date. We got to go get these strawberry frosties. So the other night we finally did it. We went to Wendy's. We sat in the drive-thru and like, we're getting the strawberry frosty.
You went to this Wendy's right here?
Yeah.
Oh, why would you do that?
Well, we got up to the window and they're like, we can give you vanilla frosties. Who want vanilla frosty?
Not gonna lie, that's probably better.
But I don't want a vanilla frosty.
Who want a vanilla frosty? It's right here, the strawberry frosty, available for a limited time.
I think the universe gives you a sign that maybe you should not have gone with the strawberry frosty.
You know what? I'm starting to think that too because my order was completely jacked up too.
It was
a whole
that's because you
thing.
went to this one, okay? Like you got to go to the bougie one that's like up the road, okay?
Yeah,
that's what I've learned.
Yeah, over to the west a little bit.
Yonder.
Yeah. In Carmel.
Well, for those of you who have been wondering when Patches and I were going to have our strawberry frosty date, there's your update. We tried, and the strawberry frosty failed us.
No, you're 100% right. It was a great fail.
It was. I hope this show has not been a fail to you. Thank you to everybody who's been watching around the world, all the Evanescence fans that tuned in, all of the people who love Dixie who joined us tonight, all of you who join us every single week. We love you so much for it. Next week, so freaking excited that we have got two very, very special guests. We have Tom Hopper,
handsome man,
from the Umbrella Academy. Yes. And we are going to have a live comedian. She's got a new special that is coming out September 6th. Liz Mealy is going to be joining the show live next week.
Yeah.
Johna,
can't wait. I'm so excited. I sound like I'm not excited. I am genuinely excited because she's very funny. She's very dry, which I love. I love a good dry humor. But like just stressed about the live guest.
She has a book called Cats Are A-Holes, which is like completely opposite of my book that's coming out that's raised by cats. So it's like it's gonna be interesting to be let's talk about cats.
Let's trade notes and see what happens.
Which one came first? Which one?
She is really, really funny. You can see her first two comedy specials on her YouTube channel. If you just look for Liz Mealy, you'll find her on YouTube. You will not be disappointed that you went and you found her. Millions of people are loving her comedy, and we are going to get to experience it live next week on the KJ Today Show. And then the following week, the 14th, is when Rich Hardesty will be with us for our first live musical performance. All of these like first happening now because you guys are watching, because you're telling your friends, and the show is growing. So thank you so much for being here with us. Our favorite part of the show is the credits.
Yes,
it's getting harder and harder to impress you. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so funny.
I just like your little smart aleck quips. Like they're only there for like that quick.
It's so funny because last week I was like, it said producer Patches marked not interested.
That's why we had to bring in an Emmy award-winning producer.
That's right. We needed the Emmy award-winning producer on the show.
I better be in the credits.
Well, let's see.
Let's see if the Emmy Award-winning producer Katie made the credits.